Welcome. So I'm here on the rooftop of the Metro Park Hotel in Causeway Bay, Hong Kong. And in this video, I want to talk about converting sales leads. So the most important thing that you can possibly find out with any sales lead is what's their interest in working with you. What's their particular interest in your product, on your service? What's their particular interest in your company? And what's their particular interest in working with you? Because if you can find out they've got a definite interest in either your product, your service, your company, or working with you, that gives you a massive advantage in the sales process. Yet, most people don't ask it. So if you're one of the ones who does, you give yourself a fighting chance of bringing in the business, certainly more than those who don't. So what kind of questions can we ask to find out what their level of interest is in us? The typical one that's asked is, what have you heard about us? Now, I don't think that's a particularly great question, even though a lot of people ask it. I much prefer something like, what's been your experience of XYZ in the past? What's been your experience of XYZ in the past? Now, the reason why I think that's really good is you can use that about your company name. What's been your experience of my company in the past? You can use it about your product. What's been your experience of XYZ in the past? Or you can talk about your industry. What's been your experience with sales training in the past? Now that becomes really important, particularly if you're not sure what their experience has been. Brief rule of thumb. If they've had a negative experience with either your product, your service, or in particular your industry, what I want to do is disassociate myself from the others when I start to pitch them and tell them why we're different. If they've had a positive experience with my industry or some other companies in the past, I want to talk about how I'm the same as them. I want to align with them rather than disassociate. This becomes far more persuasive because if I can align with something they already liked, they're far more likely to buy into me and then buy from me. If I can disassociate with a bad experience, again, I'm giving myself more chance of converting them going forward. So what kind of questions are you asking with your sales leads? Are you asking what you heard about us rather than what's been your experience with? Really powerful question.